Welcome back to another episode of Perspectives with Big Bro. I'm your meeting Lonnie.
I'm the Flash.
How you feeling, Black man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Man, it's been a good week. It's been a good week. Not so good for other people in the media and stuff. My boy Diddy going through it. Well, I'm not saying he's my boy. I'm just saying that Diddy's going through it. That's been the major talk. Russel doing his interview. Just watched a little clip of that. There's just a lot to unpack, and
it got you stuck. It threw your whole brain off.
Yeah. So basically, the video's long, y'all. So I can put the link in it. But basically, it was the I Am Athlete interview, and he was talking about how God was telling him that he is he should be a stepson for Future's son, and I have my own opinions about it. You know what I'm saying? Like me and God would have had a lot of back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, God ain't never told no dude that.
So, but I guess at the point I am at with it, it's just like, brother, if that's your life, if that it like I can't like. I think we be like every week we debate like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? We should approach this different. We should do this different. And then I realized that because we are all humans and flawed individuals, we will never approach anything right. So you just,
there's no such thing as right.
Yeah. I guess
what's right at times sometimes was relative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah.
So it's being somebody has gone through it. Yeah. And seen it.
You saw a girl and you like, oh, my job is to take care of yo, and I'm gonna play. And
all I will say, it take a very strong man.
And then they made a whole diss track about you.
Yeah, it takes a very strong man. I only had one time in me to do it. Like if somebody like Jesus himself could walk her in the door.
It is so funny because you're trying to watch your the words you say, because you can't wrap your mind around. I'm just over here like this. You're trying to figure out.
Those 20 and me videos that everybody doing? Mm-hmm. Like, it could be 20 girls. And all of them, it could be just one of them with a child. And Jesus could walk her in. And I'd be like, next. It's my own personal reason. It's just something I can't do no more. I have done it one time, and I can't do it no more.
And unfortunately, you saw the downside of it.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the downside of the person wrecking the home and taking the child that you cared for years away.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, I seen the downside, but I can't see that I seen the upside. And this ain't even a knock towards nobody. This ain't no just for me, how I need to operate. It is not conducive. Because we're going to be arguing the minute I tell your child to do something and you feel that my son or that my daughter.
But it's my house.
My money.
And your money.
And it's like.
No. When y'all together, everything's you all's.
Yeah.
When it's time for you to pay for something, that's your. But when it's time to discipline, dude, I wish Kevin was here.
Yeah.
Kevin would have had a field day with that. But Kevin said it. Because I had a stepfather. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I had a stepdad. So I'm a product of having a stepfather. Mm-hmm. But I'm also the product of divorce too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a hard thing.
It's a hard thing, bro.
Have you ever done it? Like, date a girl with kids? Like,
yeah.
and
see, but let me say this. Not to your extent. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because you gotta realize, I've never stayed with a woman outside of my ex-wife. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we didn't stay together until we was engaged. You know what I'm saying? It was only for like a 9-month, 8-month period. 7, you know what I'm saying? Until the wedding. Yeah. So I've never actually stayed, like cohabitated a residence with a woman before. Prior to that. And that was only for 6 years, maybe 6 years. But no. And girls I've dated with kids, we never stayed together. I try to give them advice on how to help. You know what I'm saying? I done paid for a couple fundraisers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did a couple pickups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Went to a couple games. You know what I'm saying? But to I've never done what you did.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that we talked about this before we start rolling. It's so funny when people talk about certain aspects of relationships. It's so funny that they all got. But, dude, how you can't tell me about dating and you've been married for 20 years.
Yeah.
You ain't been single in the modern era.
Mm-hmm. Because it's completely different.
It's completely different.
Completely different. It's not even the same game. It's not even the same game.
And the thing is, in the modern era, if you let some of us talk, it's like they still have those same old talking points. Guys don't go to the doctor. Guys don't do this. Guys don't make money. They use the same old slave talking points, like we don't have nothing, we have no integrity. Every woman we see, we're trying to get over. We're trying to manipulate her for the draws. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we're trying to trick her out of her draws. And the thing is, me and E was having a conversation yesterday, our silent partner. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I finally cracked the code of why it is right here what it is out here.
Why is that?
I finally cracked the code.
Break it down.
Well, Ugly Money confirmed my. Shouts out to Ugly Money podcast. He confirmed what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. I saw it. I was like, bingo. We have 1 through 10, right? Mm-hmm. If you ask everybody to rate themselves, everyone's gonna say 7 and better. Mm-hmm. Everyone.
Yep.
And they're delusional. They said, Tez, what do you rate yourself? I'm like a strong 6.5. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When I put that shit on, I'm probably like an 8. Mm-hmm. But 6.5. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. It's above average. Mm-hmm. The problem is, since I know what I am, I'm not looking to date 10s. Mm-hmm. In a hypothetical land.
Is it because what you rate yourself? Is it because of what comes with a 10?
Both.
Okay.
I know I don't qualify for 10s. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that you're less than. That just ain't your. I can't go to the dealership and ask for a Rolls Royce right now. I don't care how much I hope. Mm-hmm. I don't care how good I go in there dressed. Mm-hmm. I can't get one right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You don't qualify for that. So someone's going to say, well, who does qualify for it? Whoever that girl 10 deems as her equal. Mm-hmm. Because she's a 10, she's a, let's say, like Kevin used to say, a Rihanna, whatever. We're just talking about looks. Yeah. Fresh out the shower. We ain't talking about how educated she is. We're not talking about some, how much money she got. We're just talking about the basic common human attraction. Mm-hmm. And the problem is, you got women who are 6s thinking they deserve 10 men. Mm-hmm. And they think 10 men supposed to treat them like they're 10s. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying you treat her less than because she's a 6 or a 7, whatever. But I'm saying is you're not going to qualify for what Beyonce gets. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's go back to the Russell and the Sierra situation because it's hot again. Don't like talking about it? Whatever. But when you do your research on Russell Wilson, he's from Virginia. He grew up in the Midwest, then moved to Virginia, whatever. You know, some people never talk about his first wife.
That was the white girl,
White
right?
girl. You know what I'm saying? You know him and that girl dated since high school.
It's nobody.
Hey, he was a
bunny hopper.
A bunny hopper. You know what I'm saying?
Dr. Umar face.
Yeah. Hey, he was the opposite of Travis Kelce. You know what I'm saying? No, Travis Kelce had a black girl, they got a white girl. But anyway, no. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So basically, when he met Shawty, that's probably the finest woman that ever spoke to him. Outside of him being a football player. She probably the finest black woman that ever spoke to him. So damn right, sometimes God told him to do that. He was like, I seen her dance on her baby dad in that video. You know what I'm saying? I want that for myself.
I need that.
So back to the diaphragm. So now you got the sisters who the tens all the sisters want from the 10 to 1, all want the 10 man. So they're not looking at a one guy
at all.
They're not looking at two guys.
Shit, they're not looking at nothing below.
They're not looking at
7.
nothing below 8. And all of them think they deserve that 8. That's the thing. That's the difference between men and women. Men actually realize what you deserve, what you can get, and what you can't get. You know what I'm saying? We know if we have money or looks, they get us tickets to the dance. It does not guarantee you don't get a dance, let alone coming home with a number or leaving the dance with a person. You know what I'm saying? So we all dealing this delusion.
Yeah.
Like I saw the guy on tonight's conversation saying women have lowered the bar so men don't got to do as much. Well, the men who can do all of that stuff, they don't want, because if they date a 6 and she's a 6, they date on the 6th level. They gonna Applebee's. They gonna cheesecake. He gonna cook. They gonna live a very, very modest life. They're gonna live in Decatur. They gonna get a house for $300,000. Their kids gonna go to regular schools. They're gonna both work. They're gonna both wash dishes. They're gonna both wash clothes.
50-50.
Hey,
since y'all love that conversation.
Yes, hey, they're gonna both equally put into the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, as you move up in the relationship ladder, date a 7-7. Y'all gonna do the same things because y'all on the equal playing field. But now, unfortunately, when a guy's quote unquote dating his ideal of what a 10 is, he's gonna have to go over and beyond. Even though her counterpart ain't even doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the girls say, hey, he ain't pedestalizing me because he's a 10 guy.
Yeah.
His DM look just like your DM.
He got just as many options as you got.
Yeah,
options.
but here's the difference between his options. Now, your options, people have to pay for your attention. People are begging him to pay for their time. You feel get what I'm saying? So it's really all a delusion.
We're delusional.
We're delusional.
Yeah.
We're not realistic, and the goalpost constantly gets moved
every time.
So because we all thought if we went to school, did good in school, we graduate. We get a good job. Then everybody said, well, school bad because I didn't get a good job when I graduated. So what did you go to school for? How much they make in their field? What's the likelihood of you actually becoming a sports agent? So the
statistics and numbers, they come into play.
So just like I love what Killer Mike said a couple weeks ago. I think me and you talked about it Friday in the shop. When Killer Mike was saying that, the problem is people talk about white girls graduating or other groups of women graduating, and they come home with rings. Well, ask your question. What are the guys they're dating? Simple. If you see a lot of Caucasian women, all their husbands are not CEOs. Most of their husbands have regular jobs. Mm-hmm. Or if he's an entrepreneur, he has a truck company. Mm-hmm. He has a tree company, a roof company.
Yeah, some kind of trade company.
He has some kind of trade.
Yeah.
So she's not upset because she can't go to the mayor's ball. And she can't look like a power couple. Because she understands he gonna work for herself. Every time you see him, what they drive in? Big boy trucks. They all got go to the sites where they are building houses and stuff. All them brothers got the boots on and the half vests.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? With the pencils right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Ford F-150 or something like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He ain't thinking about a Bentley. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the problem is most of this stuff is unrealistic. I'm saying all of this stuff because our idealisms are unrealistic.
Yeah.
Because we're telling our women we're telling our little girls to go to college and say, okay, I'm a bus driver. I got a little girl. I'm telling her to go to college. I'm telling her because you got a degree to bypass the bus driver. But your mama was good enough for this bus driver.
Yeah.
This bus driver was able to take you to send you to school. So what's wrong with having a bus driver? Because we care about how shit looks.
And do you think it also comes into play of like the parents always wanting the children to do quote unquote better than them or go?
But the thing is, it's like, oh, because we struggle. Okay. I'm not telling them to struggle too. But hypothetically, you sending your daughter to school and you telling her to focus on her books. But she out here playing and hunching on the street niggas. And she want to be in the club with the bust down the park in the yakky waves and the XYZ. But the guys who are her counterparts right next to her, she's not giving them no play. They're her better right there. But also when they graduate, they both gonna be in debt too. So they're gonna feel like they're struggling. So hypergamy, she gonna always want to go up back to the 10 situation. Men date equal or down. It's very, very rare that you see a guy go up in dating. Like, but that nigga gotta be very good looking.
Yeah.
Got some money.
Whole lot of money.
Or using his other assets. And that's only gonna get him so far. Because eventually
and so the delusional thing is like super crazy because like I know our men's first thing is like women be so delusional. Oh, niggas be too.
That's it.
I myself very delusional, but then my thing be like when you see the Michael Jordan documentaries, when you see the greats, the people who going after something. At 1.2, them niggas were delusional. People doubted them.
Yeah, but the thing is, you 6'6".
For sure.
Hey,
you got to put in the word too to be delusional.
No, he's 6'6". Let's start off there. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. You got to have
you got to pre-meet the qualifications.
Exactly. You got to pre-qualify for a little of this stuff. Yeah. And the thing is, you might be Michael Jordan of being the store manager at Publix. You may be the rock star, the commercial. Everybody keeps saying the rock star. You may be the rock star.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with whatever. Men understand there's nothing never wrong with any tier you're at. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think the greatest thing that the greatest difference I've seen is in the delusion is it appears, I know somebody out there gonna be like, oh, he wrong because whatever. It appears that men understand that they may be delusional, but they have to work for it. Whereas women feel like they are deserving of it.
Yep. You are exactly right.
And I would have no problem if the women had the same mentality of, I gotta work for it.
Yeah.
Because then we all understand this thing.
Because it all takes work.
Yeah.
Like this. Once again, it goes back to what you're saying. Now, you want me to take on your 2 kids. And I was having this conversation earlier. Here's the difference between taking on a man with kids and taking on a woman with kids. If you, like you were, dating a woman, you guys cohabitate, your kids are going to stay there 90% of the time. If not 100. You know what I'm saying? So this is your home because you're the head of the home. So they're going to eat your food and everything else. But if you meet a woman and she has no kids and you have kids, she's gonna be like, I don't know about you because your child support taking money out of our house. You feel what I'm saying? But if her kid was there, she'll want you to support her kid. But with your kid, it's kind of like, let me check with my wife first. Let me see this first. Let me see what's going on first. And when your kid comes over, most time they treat your kid like they're outcasts. Like they don't belong there. You know what I'm saying?
Kid don't get the same.
They don't get the same thing.
Yeah.
And I always think about when guys say stuff like, "Man, why am I taking care of you? You got a whole man over there. Why am I paying child support? You got a whole man over there because your child over here." So basically, it's almost as if your child ain't getting. You get what I'm saying? They're not getting what they need. It's a sticky situation.
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
As we're talking about taking care of kids, some lady, we had a little bit of DM interaction. Just like she just asking me questions about like content and stuff. We ain't talked in like 2 years. I don't know the lady or nothing. Out of nowhere, I get a random DM that reads, "Hey, Lonnie, do you think you could send me $60 for me and my kid to eat?" And I was like, I was a little perplexed. I was like, girl, you don't know me like that. But also, I know I'm gonna get hate for this. If anybody ever asking me about some money,
all right, never mind. There you go. You gotta pay to play.
just know. In that same request of you asking for that money, there's certain things that you just need to be offering up.
Can I call and ask for something?
It ain't even like when I call you and ask for something. Like no, you need to offer something.
It's a change of goods. Oh my
like
God.
I'm just at this point of like, bro, I'm off. I know it's hard.
Hey, man, why am I here?
I'm gonna start the fund. I swear I'm gonna contribute. I'm gonna help out single black mothers in my own way. I will. I promise. Because it always hits my heart. Like, because I was a product of that. So like it. But if you come to me asking out the blue, if you come out the blue in that same before you can put it in parentheses.
Why
you can semicolon it. You can send it in invisible ink and I like erase it. It needs to be in there. I can't. So
you out of control, man.
I know.
You out of control, bro.
I know. It's a crazy world we live in. I'd be like,
yeah.
But and we've talked about this on episodes before, y'all. Like, again, it ain't to knock single mothers. I ain't even doing that here. What I'm saying is the responsibility that it takes to take on a single mother and her kid or kids is a lot. It's not what you think it is. I know that thing probably hitting too. I know.
Hey, and if you don't want to take on, you ain't a man.
Now I'm getting shamed. On top of that, you get shamed for it.
Cause you don't have none. So therefore, because you don't want to take care of mine, you getting shamed. Yeah.
I'm like, you ain't no real man. Wait, hold on. How did we get here? And
bitch, I caught the bus.
To also So I know you've been seeing this meme that's been going on. I think you actually sent me a video of it, but I seen it on Twitter, but I'm just going to read it for the audience. So it says, I'm dealing with a bipolar man and it makes me sick. First, he dated me for 2 months and he opened his home to me and my 3 kids. Damn. We moved out of my mom's house and into his townhouse. It already feels small in there. I registered my kids in his school district. He gave me a spare room to braid hair and earn money. We had a fun and loving vibe. I know he loves me and adores my kids, but I made one mistake and he threw us all out. My side dude stopped by to get his hair braided and to borrow some money. I also gave him a quick blowjob. I did not know there was a camera in my braiding room, or I wouldn't have slipped up like that. I apologized. But Mr. Bipolar switched up on me and threw me and the kids and all of our things in the front yard. I took what I could fit into the Uber. I can't believe how he snapped and turned on us like that. What relationship red flags did I miss? I'm so scared to be vulnerable with a man again. Advice.
He should have been. Hey, he should have been looking what's going on in his house. But your side dude.
Okay, she started this off saying her bipolar.
Because he switched up. Hey man, you can't make it up.
So you mean okay? and this is the new thing that people are starting to do now. So you've seen the Risa Tisa thing too.
Oh my gosh.
So now it's come out that he's like they're saying he's mentally unstable and like ain't been taking his meds, so that's why the lies and he was making up all the stuff. Huh? So just like, you know how they throw like, oh, you gay if you don't do this. Narcissist. Now it's the mental health.
Mental health. Like, oh yeah, that's new. That's new. Yeah.
But my thing is, let's just say, I don't believe that the dude in this situation was bipolar at all. I think that's just something she came up with because the nigga got mad. He was probably a cool nigga and then he flipped the switch on. He got mad.
Because you was using him.
But like, let's say if he was bipolar, so you think it's smart to have a side nigga? If your nigga's crazy?
And you're giving money away.
And some head.
And some head. While he take care of you and the 3 children.
Talking about what relationship red flags did I miss? Girl, you was the red flag. You missed yourself.
But guess what though? But if you watch some of these podcasts, her bar was too low.
And that's why the folks should be happening. For sure, bro. For sure, bro. For sure. because he was emotionally not stable because he brought them in and he wanted to treat them like a family because he got a girl from his mama house and he brought them into her little space trying to get her something because he felt like he can, because God told him that, never mind, too soon. No, it's right on time for me. It's right on time for me. Cause God told him. Cause anytime one of my homeboys be like, God told me this, hang up. Hang up. You got the wrong number. You got the wrong number. I'm a call him. Let me verify.
Cause people, you ready for this?
What?
Cause the baby was 9 months and he just sat on my lap, and I just knew then it was my job to be the baby daddy.
And I literally just am at the point where I just be like, this shit crazy. Like I just,
hey man, 9 months.
Nah.
So in 18 months they went from being engaged to a rap to a football player saying, you know what, God told me that you was gonna be here. Never mind. Just never mind.
Man, that thing might be hitting, but I'm talking about.
That's just how we roll. How we roll.
I mean, I guess she tried to tell us in goodies. She tried to let us know that thing was biting. It's a crazy world. It's just
That's the way I got it.
And like, I ain't here to make fun of him. I ain't.
One, two
That
step.
is his. That's his.
Hey, man, ever since then, but this nigga done been cussed out on TV by the coach. This nigga done been sitting on the bench. They trade this nigga ass. They was like this. He got to go.
But
They said, hey, they traded this nigga. Said he got to go. They gave this nigga a big boy contract. You out of the nation. They said, hey, he got to go.
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
He got to go. Don't worry about it. We gonna figure something
then
out.
Then them folks say I'm gonna get him 250 guaranteed. That nigga went out there and won 5 games. They said, Then the next year came out there and won 7.
Do you think she knocked him off his purpose?
Well, some people gonna say that his purpose was bigger than football. His purpose was to be her husband and raise their kids and show. Because he keeps saying stepson. He don't never say son, which is so weird. Because how to be a man. Some people gonna say God made that his purpose because God put him in the vicinity to play football to divorce his first wife because she did something wrong, whatever she did, whatever. Then to meet this single mother with child. 9 months after she had. See how that works. And somebody gonna say, well, because he was a man, because he followed that purpose. Someone's going to say that. Someone's going to watch this and someone's going to say exactly that. Someone's going to say exactly that. Then the statistic says, what, 60% or 70% of guys in the NFL, when they retire, they get divorced? They lose their... I'm not wishing this on him. Because whatever his God told him is whatever. And I'm not knocking him coming in, help raising, doing what you do, because once you say I choose you as my mate, and you gotta take whatever comes along with it, which is not knocking it.
Yeah. That's one thing I will applaud him for.
I mean,
understanding the responsibility of it.
But guess what though? But most men do. We know we can't be with you without being with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
How dare you come home with her some food and she got 2 or 3 kids?
Yeah.
How dare you come home with her some stuff and don't bring them kids stuff? You know what I'm saying? We know that. See, but we know that because of how we think. We think humane. We think in pocket.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, to your question, they knock him off his purpose, depending on what he think his purpose is.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a clip that I found very interesting. Let me just see if I got it real quick. Where are you? Is this it? Yeah, this is it right here. Oh, there. Okay. I just thought this was super interesting. I'm just playing this and then we
Study was done with infants where an obstacle was placed between the infant and the mother. The boy infants would try to knock over, climb, infants where an obstacle was placed between the infant and the mother. The boy infants would try to knock over, climb, or move the obstacle, and the female infants would cry. So the boys would try to problem solve, and the girls would just vocalize their distress. We see it in infants, where boys are problem solvers and girls just want to hear, they want to be heard that they are not okay right now. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. If you're on Patreon listening to this, you've heard us say over and over again that if you go to your man with anything, his first instinct is going to try to problem solve. So if you are just venting, it needs to be stated, hey babe, I'm just venting. I'm going through it and I need you to have a with me. Not meaning that he's gonna sit there and with you, but you can sit there and just all you want and he will listen. And I don't know if you want him to brush your hair or something, say that. But boys are born with the instinct to problem solve to get to where they want to go.
Bingo. So that goes back to my age-old argument when women say women mature faster than men, but women make irrational decisions, right? So if you mature faster, then you make bad decisions. Are you really mature? And the sad part about it is, because you make bad decisions, you become the victim. So you're smarter than me. You make most of this. You make bad decisions, and now you're the victim.
Yeah.
But overall, all of those things are true. But you're better than me. But I'm supposed to save you. Okay.
It's a crazy world we live in.
It's crazy that I'm like this, and that's it. Men problem solve.
Yep.
Like this, just like perfect example. We're talking about the women having children. Mm-hmm. Now, when you meet this brother, and a mistake happens, he says, "No, this is a mistake. We shouldn't do this. What's the best way to get through this? Here goes some money. We're gonna do blah blah." He just solved your problem. Mm-hmm. He just solved the problem, but because it wasn't what you want to hear, and it didn't go the way you want it to go, because he didn't say, "Hey, let's be together." Mm-hmm. You know the only time that dudes say they want to be together, they be happy because they want to lock your ass in.
When?
That's it.
Oh, when they want to lock your ass in.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. They be happy. They go tell everybody, yeah, I'm going to be a good dad. They'll never say, I'm going to be a good husband. You ever thought about that? Because now he doesn't have to marry you now. And if he wants to stay with you, now you're stuck with him.
You know what's crazy, and I know this is crazy. The old me did think about that. Like, think like that. Like, oh, I'm trying to lock this in, da-da-da. If I could go back and tell my younger self anything, don't lock anything in. Just get your access. Yeah. That would have been the difference I would have made. Just get your access. Don't lock nothing in.
Hey, get yourself together. And when you get yourself together, it's not because you want to brag and say you're together. You get yourself together so you can operate and move properly. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all about moving properly. It ain't about telling somebody that you better than them. It ain't about flexing on them. It ain't, I can talk to any girl I want. I don't look at you.
Yeah.
Because when you have yourself together, it gives you room and space to create. Yeah. Especially when you are in your purpose first. Mm-hmm. You ain't in her panties first. You in your purpose first. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A lot of us think we can do both at the same time.
Yeah, we be delusional about that.
Yeah, because I can tell you, it's coming up on March. I started barber school back in March 2005. Mm-hmm. So I'm basically roughly almost 19 years in the game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was 25 years old. Mm-hmm. And all the things I've accomplished, I always knew I was going to do them. I just didn't know how. Mm-hmm. But I wish I was more focused on the goals.
Mm. Yeah.
Instead of the girls.
Mm-hmm. The wrong G.
I was pushing the wrong P.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's my accountability on it.
Yeah. Yep. It's a crazy reality. It's reality. Yeah.
It's reality.
Yeah.
Because in that reality is because the first thing you want to do is the dude who met that girl that the tweet was about, the first thing he saw, because that's why women love being crying and telling their story. Mm-hmm. That's why when you tell your story, you're sassy. Mm-hmm. But when they tell their story, they're being informative to let you know.
It's women empowerment.
Yes. So when you hear their story, the first thing you want to do is help them. Mm-hmm. And that's why, and think about it, they date the same way too. Mm-hmm. If a man can't help me, he can't get me to the top, he can't inspire me, he can't push me, he can't pour into me, he can't give me no money, mm-hmm. he ain't got 3 cars, he can lend me a car. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He can't move me in, or he can't help me pay my bills and his bills, but pay my bills and make sure he take me somewhere and pay my bill. If he can't do all of those things, mm-hmm. he ain't ready to be with me. But what I tell you about them 6s though, y'all both on the 6 level. Mm-hmm. So then, but you have women saying, so you don't aspire to be a 10? You don't aspire to have 8 streams of income? Some of you motherfuckers are not gonna have 8 streams of income.
And it's okay.
It's okay.
It is okay. It is okay. We invite y'all to come.
Come on.
We invite y'all to come.
We waiting on some more guests to come pull up on us. We be wanting to have the conversation. Everybody acting like they be scared to talk to us. You know what I'm saying?
Hit us up. We available. We visible. Y'all know the links. Hit us.
Hey, they be scared to talk to us. They be like, man, they don't be talking about that. They don't be talking about that. They don't be talking about that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm done making a believer out of it. Like,
They be like this. Cortez be sounding like he's bitter and hurt. Look, man, I'm just saying what a nigga told me.
I'm tell you like a nigga told me. Hey man, hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. We gonna keep having a combo.
Just how we roll, how we roll.
And we gonna end this on get her some streams on the household. Russel, go ahead.
You.
Hey man, I get, and you know what? He's standing on business by it.
There's nothing wrong with it, bro.
He's standing on business by it. So this literally ain't even bashing him at all. I swear to y'all, this is not no Russell bashing. I don't feel no type of way about him. He's standing on business about it.
We just don't want y'all to have no false pretenses.
Yeah,
because all y'all not gonna be Julia Roberts.
Yeah,
I know that movie was really big in the 80s. All y'all, some of y'all be Princess Diary. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a good man, Savannah.
Hey man, until the next time, I'm comedian Lonnie
on the Flash, and we out.
Peace.